what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome back to my channel, Talk with Your Girl, Lady D. Happy blessed Sunday. Guys, look, I decided to go ahead and do a live. I was trying to do a pre-record, but for some reason I have gotten so comfortable doing lives now. But let me go ahead and play back the 15 or the 25-minute countdown, and then I'm going to go ahead and start my commentary. So let me see where it's at. Okay, guys, I am back. I have two things that I want to go ahead and cover. I want to go ahead and cover Love and Marriage in Huntsville, also Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you guys know how I feel about Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I was on, yes, Michelle Brown, ATL, that's my girl straight from the A, and I saw where she had posted that Kenya Moore, Real Housewives of Atlanta, it looked like she's trying to get Porsha Williams back on that show. Now, she have a little audio. I might just go ahead and see if I can play it, but I'm not, I'll just go ahead and go play it like that, but I'm not going to show anything. I saw it too, but I'm not going to go ahead and do it. But you know good and well, that is not going to work. That is not going to work at all. The only reason why Kenya Moore wants Porsha on there is because Porsha got a storyline. And you know good and well, these people are not friends. They are like oil and water. And also, I'm going to go ahead and talk about, because I've been saying that I was going to talk more about on Love and Marriage Huntsville with Wanda. Wanda, she's saying that she's getting threatened calls, and also Martell, where Martell said he is so tired of apologizing. He apologized enough. And I got to go ahead and grab my man, Dr. Umar Johnson, which I think Dr. Umar, he be hiding in the bushes. Yes, Dr. Umar, you be hiding in the bushes. You be watching my show. I know he is, because the same stuff that I be talking about when it comes to these reality shows, how it's nothing but a distraction, especially when it comes to how people. And then he didn't come out and say anything about Martell, Holts, but he was talking about how, it's social media is a monster, which, it can, it all depends how you use it. But he was talking about how, they harping on this man and his infidelity. And he didn't come out and say so many words. But guys, I got to let you hear it, because like I said, they didn't say, it is what it is, when it comes to stuff like this. But I want to go ahead, before I get into it, I want to talk about, yes, Kenya Moore. I want to talk about Kenya Moore because, guys, you know how I feel about Kenya Moore. Even though, Nene Leakes, like I said there and said, Nene is my girl. But when it comes to Kenya Moore, I think that she brought that show down to the gutter. I'm not going to tell you no lie, because she's a villain. And I understand that, she's trying to come out of that, where I think she's on the Fear Factor, which, nobody is checking it out, because I don't see nobody making any commentary about it. But Kenya Moore know good and well that she is grasping for straws. Kenya Moore know good and well she is grasping for straws, because she do not like no Porsha Williams. And the Porsha Williams go back on that show, which they tried to offer her, and I'm going to say allegedly, but they tried to offer Porsha so much money to come back on that show. And Porsha turned it down, which I don't blame Porsha. Why would Porsha want to bring her husband on that show, knowing how she had got him? And like I said, I like Porsha, but I stand on my truth. I'm going to call it like it is. Now, you know good and well how Porsha went ahead and got Simon Gabati, or whatever his name is. How she got him. She took him for Fallon. Went into that woman's house and snatched the husband, pretty much. The woman welcomed her in the house and she got him. So why would Porsha go on Real Housewives of Atlanta and knowing exactly how Kenya Moore is. You think Kenya Moore is going to allow Porsha to stay on that show and find her new husband, her new home? Come on, guys, make it make sense. You know good well that is not going to work at all. Not at all. And I also want to go ahead and talk about, because like I said, I don't really talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't even blog about it. Like I say, when they took all the OGs off of there, took Nene, took Kim Zolciak, took Porsha Williams, Phaedra, all those was my girls, which, I really liked it. What's her name? I forgot what her name, Snow. I can't think what her name is, but Dion Snow, I think that's what her name. If I pronounce her name wrong, guys, charge it to my heart. But I really liked her, but she was so peaceful. But after Nene had left off the show, that was it with me. But let me go ahead and see if I can play a little bit of what Kenya Moore was talking about, which we know good well. When it comes to Kenya Moore is only grasping for straws. She know that the ratings is not like it is. And also Kenya Moore knows she's not going to come for Candy. She's not going to come for Marlon Hampton. She needs somebody that she can go ahead and go down in the gutter with her. And those other women that's on that show, they're not going to do it with her. So she needs somebody that she can tackle. And she's not going to come for Marla Hampton. She'll pull out the claws on her. But let me see if I can go ahead and play a little bit, because I did see this on Michelle Brown on her show. Let me see if y'all can hear it.
At one point we were friends, especially 1 minute we're friends, 1 minute we're enemies. But I don't think it's too serious. I think that one thing about her, we've had our differences, but at some point we were friends, especially during the time that I was pregnant, and I will never forget those.
Let me go ahead and post it right here. This is Kenya Moore on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's talking about once upon a time that she was friends with Porsha Williams, which we know good and well, they was never friends. And I wanted to do a pre-live, but for some reason, like I said there and say, I have gotten so comfortable doing this live. But I wanted to do a pre-live so I could go ahead and add those clips, because you remember when she tried to, Kenya Moore was trying to belittle Kenya Moore. Well, let me just go ahead and say it. I haven't watched these shows in a long time. Kenya Moore was trying to belittle Porsha, where Porsha had drugged her tail across that stage. So I don't know where these people was friends at. And also, when they went on some type of vacation, I think it was a bachelorette party event that they had gave for Cynthia Bailey when she was marrying Mike Hills, that didn't even last at all. I don't understand what was going on with that. But when Kenya was trying to sit there and call Porsha Williams out, befriend Porsha Williams, had Porsha Williams to act up like they was having a good time. They was turning off the cameras, knowing good and well they didn't turn off the cameras, trying to set up Porsha Williams, and Porsha Williams, she was not going to let them have that. She was going to give them the time of the day. So once a snake is always a snake. So how could Kenya Moore say that she and Porsha Williams was friends? If that's what you call friends, I hate to know what she is as an enemy, okay? But let me go ahead and continue.
I cherish it because
I
really needed a friend then, and because we were pregnant at the same time, we just really relied on each other, and it just felt really good. So I will, no matter whatever happens between us, I will never forget those moments, and I really enjoyed, just having her there, having Shania there, and no one can take that memory away from me. And I wish her well. If she's happy, I'm happy. I really just don't have any animosity there. We worked on the show together, and that's tough. And things come up, but I think at the end of the day, she's never really hit me below the belt.
Come on, never hit her below the belt? Didn't Porsha went ahead and dragged her And Porsha never hit her below the belt. Porsha only gave her what she dished out. Kenya Moore was the one that constantly attacked Porsha because she thought that Porsha was dumb and Porsha was her target. So I don't know where all this is coming from. So that was, I had got that off of Michelle Brown page, guys. So you can go ahead and watch the full. I think she probably have it all on there, but that's where I had got it from. But like I said, you know good and well, that is not going to work at all. So we're going to go ahead and move on. I want you to hear, before I get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, about Martell, Holts, and Miss Wanda. So let me see if I can let you hear with Dr. Umar Johnson first, because I really think, believe it or not, Dr. Umar Johnson be hiding in the bushes. I definitely believe, because we have the same view. I mean, the same stuff that I be talking about on my channel. All of a sudden he came out and he talked. And also, guys, I went ahead and I put my link, so if anybody want to come on and join my live, you guys are welcome, because for some reason I prefer doing lives now. I used to like doing my videos, but I guess I done got so comfortable doing my lives, where when I do record or just do my videos, to me it look like I find all types of nitpicks, and before you know it, the video is like only 5 minutes. I can go on and on with this right here, but let me go ahead and play Dr. Umar Johnson.
Here's another conversation. We want to be entertained, and the Negroes on the YouTubian universe. The YouTubian universe don't care about truth. They care about likes and views.
And that's absolutely true. He's talking about the YouTubers. He's talking about the bloggers. He's talking about, they're not worried about telling the truth. They're not worried about telling the truth at all, long as they get clicks and are comfortable with it. And like I told you guys in here, I'm going to stand on my truth. I can't sit there and say, I'm going to come out and just throw you guys anything, and just for clicks and likes. In that case, I would have a whole slew of people sitting there on my live. I would have so many subscribers. If I sit there and just tell you guys all types of lies, or it's just telling you guys what you want to hear. No, I'm not. I'm team right. I stand on my truth. Let me see if I can get my husband to turn that heat off, because he came on and turned that heat on, and this is very hot.
They care about being entertained. You understand me? The issue is whether or not it's entertaining. So the YouTubian community does not function on truth. The YouTubian community functions on entertainment. You understand? See, social network is the devil. It is absolutely the devil. And social network is one of the best examples how dysfunctional and self-hating Black America is. And listen, social network is everybody their own media platform.
And he's talking about social media, how social media can be the devil, which with social media, it can be both. It can be used with good, and it also can use with bad. And that's exactly what he's talking about, especially when it comes to stuff that's pertaining to our people. It's like we look at the negative side of things, and I understand that drama sells, and people they're doing stuff that they know that they're going to keep their people watching. So that's exactly what he's talking about when he is saying that social media is evil, okay? Which I know you guys heard this before, so this right here, it's nothing new.
50 years ago, you had to go through a filter. 50 years ago, you couldn't say it unless you could verify it. 50 years ago, you had to go through the 5 major media companies to put anything out there.
Not no more.
Facebook, Instagram, it changed the game. Now everybody has a media platform. And look what we do. Go through YouTube. How many channels do you see are really dedicated to a good conversation about something relevant. How many channels do you see are focused on any of the core problems of Black America? The miseducation, the mass incarceration, the gentrification.
They want to cover that. People is not going to cover nothing that's dealing with real life issues, stuff that's going to edify, stuff that's going to lift out people. The people don't want to hear this. People want to hear drama.
Access to wealth. The police should decide. There's channels out there. There's a few, but compared to everything else, you would not think that Black America was in a state of emergency if you look at you.
We are in a recession. Guys, it's going to get worse than what it already is. So he's about to talk right now how we so stuck into these reality shows and sports. Let me go ahead and play it. I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you hear it.
You got people, the whole channel is dedicated to gossip. The whole channel dedicated to slander. The whole channel dedicated to reality TV. The whole channel dedicated to sports. We are in a state of emergency, fighting for the survival of our community, and we want to spend all day long talking about one man's infidelity. Half of all
Martell
Americans
Holts
cheat on their spouse. That does not make it acceptable, but it simply says we got bigger fish to fry than that. But it begs forth another question that has to be handled. I'm going to introduce this, even though it's controversial, because it got to be discussed.
I think that he was talking about, and I'm going to tell that because it's not in Dr. Umar's head, but I think that he was talking about Martell Holts because he said that we so focusing on people infidelity. So I'm thinking that he's talking about Martell Holts. And speaking of Martell Holts, he already said that, you know, he already have apologized and he's not going to continue apologizing. He said he did it enough. It's over with. He's ready to move on, which I understand. You know, like I said, you know, on all my videos all the time, you know, what do you want? What do you expect of this man? You know, do you want this man to sit there and just give his life to you guys? He done gave enough. You know, I understand, like I said, and Dr. Umar was saying it in so many words, you know, men, and I'm not saying all men, but some men, they cheat. And you continue staying in that relationship, I promise you, you're going to find out the truth. Men does cheat. And we saw a statistic, I was on somebody else's channel where they say women cheat more than men, which I don't buy that. They're saying today that women cheat more than men. I don't buy that because just like I say, if a woman go out there and cheat on her husband, is because something is not he's doing at home, something is lacking, because you know good well we're going to try to stay into our marriage and try to make sure we keep our family intact. How you doing, Queenie? Thank you for joining my live. That's Queenie. Happy Sunday, Lady D, and the chat. Yeah, but I left the link, guys. If anybody want to come on and join, you welcome. I just talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta and also Love and Marriage in Huntsville, because, you know, like I said, these are reality shows. This is not, you know, these people lives. It's, you know, just a little snippet. You know, I don't think that these people put their entire life on display. You know, that's what they are here to do, is entertain us. It's just a show. And Martell, you know, I was watching some of the reruns, you know, from how all this stuff has started. I said I was going to go ahead and do a review from day one, but that's just too much, because really it's all just dealing with just what we're going through right now, still talking about each other marriage. But I did see in the beginning how it all started, you know, how all confusion and this fight and all this animosity, which pretty much it did not start with Tisha and Marcel. It looked like Kimmy and what's her name? Kimmy and Dad, what's her name? The one that everybody's feuding with. Dad, I can't even think of her name, but the one that got Marcel. Well, whatever her name, I can't even think what her name is, but it was Kimmy and Melody. They were the ones that looked like they was fighting between each other, because of that comeback group, how they said that Melody and Marcel had went ahead behind their back and purchased the entire 47 acres. It said that Marcel was the one that had found the 47 acres, and they all was a part of the comeback group. But Melody said that, she was trying to get them to go ahead and purchase the land so that nobody else would buy it. So what she did, after they kept calling the Scots to come on and get on board so they can go ahead and purchase that land. But for Melanie and Martell, they went ahead and they purchased. And guys, I think of that I'm having my internet, because I see my internet is like one bar, so I'm thinking I'm having problems. But it was Kimmy and Melody, they was the one that was going back and forth, because Kimmy was saying some little sly things about Melody, dealing with saying that something about Martell, she heard in the streets that Martell was cheating, stuff like that. So I was trying to figure out, how did Tisha was dragged into it, because if anything, it was Kimmy the one had opened up the can of worms. Queenie said, "You're speaking of Sheree." Not yet. So what you know about that? You come on my platform. Let me go ahead and leave the link. If you want to come on, you are welcome to talk about Sheree. Which, when it comes to Sheree and Martell, I think that was just that just to clean up his image, so that people wouldn't so much talk about infidelity, which they probably had some type of relationship, because what's her name, Destiny, she had let it out the bag when she had said, when she was on the road, that one night she went ahead and called Martell when he was in Atlanta and he was at Sheree house. So I guess, they probably, but it was nothing as serious. I think that, it's just was good friends, because I don't see no chemistry between two of them. So I don't know, guys. Like I say, when it comes to these reality shows, guys, this is nothing but a show. That's all it is. These people, just putting on the performance, and know that they are getting paid when it comes to these shows. But yeah, I was watching the beginning of it, so trying to find out where did all this stuff came from. And it, to me, the reason why, and they even said it split the group, is when Melody and Marcel, Melody and Martell had purchased a comeback group. And when they did that under their nose, they felt like, that right there had broke all the friendship. So that's what I saw, and like I said, I only can call it as I see it. And I didn't watch part 2 of it, because after that, it looked like it went downhill when they all was at the table, when they was supposed to talk about the business. And they was talking about, what was their deal breaker, I guess, in their marriage. And Tisha, she had talked about infidelity, if she catch her husband cheating and he disrespect her, that she was going to go ahead and she going to get out of the marriage. And when Melody and Martell turned, I guess that time she was exposing, his affair, and all the infidelity that they had. But when they came into the Scott's home, Melody, I think she had came in first, and Martell had came in afterwards, because Martell had went to a funeral. Melody, she didn't go to the funeral of one of Martell Martell's loved ones, which I don't understand why Melody didn't go, because she was in that family for at least 10 years. So I think that, that really part, I would have been upset as well. But I guess she felt like she didn't want to be around the family after she know that Martell was cheating on her. So I don't know. But like I said, guys, this is a reality show. So I don't know how you guys could keep up with this stuff, because just talking about it, to me, is draining, But like I say, this is the type of world that our people love. Our people love drama. And I don't know, but I started to go back because I went on demand to sit there and start back from the beginning to see where did this monster went ahead and raised his head up. And I said there, say, no, I cannot do it. My spirit did not allow me to do it. I just couldn't do it, because like I say, when it comes to these reality shows, it's pretty much the same. I was heavily invested on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's when all the original ones on, but after that, that was it. I couldn't do it more. But our people, they love it, especially when they can look at somebody else reality, and see how these people are living. And I guess you get caught up in all this stuff, but to me, I look at it just a distraction. I don't know. It's just a distraction just to keep us from focusing on what's really going on out there. But the reason why I went ahead and decided to come on and blog about it again, because I feel like, the people that, was doing the commentary, that they was not being fair at all. They was being biased. So I said, let me come on back and see if I can give you, from what I see, because I'm going to call it as I see, because like I said, I stand on righteousness. I can't sleep at night if I'm going to go ahead and put something out, that not there, or just bashing them, hurt, and not giving them no mercy, because just realize that if the Most High God wouldn't give us no mercy, because we all have done some grimy stuff in the past and we are forgiven. But the thing about with them, these reality shows, is that their entire life is on display, which is the nature of the beast. So we are there watching it unravel, and some people, they putting their personal lives into these people's lives, and most likely that's why all the hate and all the feud, the bitterness, and all the animosity is coming from all that. Queenie said, I can't keep up either. That's why I listen to content creators review on it. Yeah, it's like it's a lot. But if you've seen one, you pretty much have seen it all. So I know exactly how all this had started, just by watching the first season. By me sitting there watching the first season, I know exactly how it all started, how they went downhill. Like they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. And also when it comes to business, it's best for, if you're going to go ahead and start a business, don't start a business with friends, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to end. It's going to end. I remember my best friend, when she wanted to come in part of work with me, I couldn't do it because, try to separate the friends from business. And by Melody and the Scotts, all of them was friends. And then when Melody and Martell went ahead and purchased the 47 acres, that right there tore it up. It tore it up, where even Kimmy, and Kimmy, I believe some of the stuff that comes out of Kimmy's mouth, because she don't look like a person, that she's just going to come on and just lie, just make up stuff. And Kimmy, she saw some stuff that was in and called it out. She called it out. So if Melody should be upset about anyone that put her business out when it came to her and Martell was cheating, it should be target to Kimmy, because Kimmy the one said what she heard on the street, and that's real talk. So, like I said there and say, guys, it is what it is. And when Melody had told Kimmy and Letitia that Martell was cheating, that he was having an affair, it was Letitia had told Melanie, she said, I'm there for you. If anything that you need, in so many words, she was saying, I'm there for you, where those two of them had hugged. So she had compassion. She was right there for Melody when Melody was going through with all the stuff that was going on in the house. So I don't understand why those two was fighting. The only thing that I can say, the reason why they was fighting, because they both young. That's the only thing that I can think of, that, they was young and they were more could be a target of each other. But Melody gave Kimmy, she gave her slack because, like I say, Kimmy the one was putting it all out there. That's what I saw. And guys, like I say, if you come on, I dropped the link. If you want to come on, you are welcome to come on. Because like I say, maybe you guys know something that I don't know, But what I see right here, I tried to give my fair commentary. And what I see right here is that stuff that could have been really solved out. They didn't have to go for 6 years, well, really 5 years, going on 6 years, talking about the same stuff over and over. And like I say, it's good for TV, but it's like beating a dead horse. Who wants to keep watching the same stuff over and over and over? And I'm not going to tell you no lie. I was trying to find something, some comments out there, somebody, team Letitia and Marcel, but it looked like they're not. But I don't understand. That's why I said there and say the floor is open. Help me, guys. All I'm asking you to help me to make this make sense, because it does not make no sense at all. Why are Melanie and Tisha, why they are warring at each other? I sit there and I watched it yesterday trying to find out, why are they warring at each other? Because Tisha was right there for Melanie. So I don't understand. And I was watching where Melanie, she had went on social media and was talking about that her husband was having an affair or some things that was going on in a marriage. Martell went and confronted Melody and told Melody, why are you putting our business out like that? So Melanie put out of her own business. So just because you put out your own business, then you cannot cry because of how, it went ahead and backfired. Yeah, I think it's jealousy, Queen. I also think it's jealousy too, because see, jealousy is nothing but a green-eyed monster. Jealousy will keep their eyes on their prey until they won't go ahead and take it out. Okay, yours messed up. So if your marriage is messed up, then I'm going to go ahead and mess yours up. So pretty much that's how it is. That's how I see it. Because I don't see where Tisha, when I tried to sabotage Martell and Melanie relationship, their marriage. I don't see where I just don't see it, guys. And like I say, help me to make it make sense, because I don't see it. And at the reunion, when it was talking about Melanie, when she thought that, what's her name's Destiny and Tisha was talking about her when they was at some kind, I guess there was only a vacation or whatever they was. I think it was Kimmy bachelorette party or something like they had in Vegas or whatever. I don't know where it was, because I didn't really get into all that part. But Melanie took it wrong. Melanie, she heard half of the story. All she heard was her name. And she took it from there. And I believe that all Melanie had to do, because you're not dealing with kids. You are, these are grown people. So if she heard that Destiny and Letitia was talking about her, then she should have cut it off right there. She should have went ahead and talk about it. But what she did was she let it go on and on and on. So I cannot, see anything, that Letitia did wrong for Melody to go and try to, tear up her marriage. And I understand that Marcel, because I was watching Marcel when he's telling his wife Letitia, when she had got her a license, oh, you just got it for fun. Now that right there, that was like a punch in my gut for her. My husband said, you went out there to school and you got your license, to help me with the company, but you only got it because it was just for fun to him. No, she was serious. She wanted to be partners. She wanted to help build the company, but he said that the agreement was for her to be a housewife. And Tisha said the agreement that was not in their prenup. That was mostly after the fact, after they gotten married. Then they decided that she was going to stay home. She was going to raise the kids and he was going to go out there and he was going to marry. Guys, my internet, that's why I hate to come live, is always messing up, but the devil is a liar. But for Marcel to sit there and say that, no, you mean Martell? No, I'm talking about Marcel. I'm talking about the right one. When Marcel had told Tisha that she only got her education just for fun, that's how he looked at it. That her role was to stay in the house, and he was the one that was going to go outside. So I got that one right, Queenie. I got that one right, okay? Now, I do be calling them both the same, screwing it up. You see what I'm saying? Because like I say, when it comes to these shows, this is nothing but drama. But he was wrong. Marcel was wrong. And I guess that part right there is what left a bad taste on the ones that's watching it, because the way, especially with this Me Too movement and with the women, they want to feel liberated and all this other stuff. So I guess they was that had got under their skin. And Marcel looked like the type of person that he would say something just to get on your skin, and to him it's like a joke. To you it's just like somebody just scratching the board, and I hate people like that. I hate when people thinking that they gonna make the slide remarks and I supposed to go ahead and laugh on it. Okay, I tell you, I don't know none of that. Don't feel bad. I don't either. Look, you asked me anything back then about Real Housewives of Atlanta, trust me, I'm on board about that. I know a lot about that. But when it comes to all these other reality shows, I really don't watch it. Now with Love and Marriage Huntsville, I don't sit on the TV on Saturdays, looking forward to watch that show like with Real Housewives of Atlanta. When Real Housewives of Atlanta used to come on, that was our baby. I mean, we was all on board. That's how I knew straight from the 8 Michelle Brown, because we all had a group together where we used to stay up all hours a night, man, just in a group setting, talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if any information that we would find, we would run and try to go ahead on Twitter and send it to Michelle, because at the time she didn't have a YouTube channel. She had a blog, she used to go and write about the stuff. And we used to make sure we feed her some information so she can go ahead and put it out. But with Love and Marriage in Huntsville, with that right there, I'm not too invested in that. I'm not, but I was trying to get away from these reality shows, but for some reason, these people is not letting me get away from these reality shows. My numbers was going way down with the when I was talking about real life issues. Is sad, my numbers go down, but I start talking about the reality shows and talking about all this drama. I promise you, I am out of the red. But that's just to show you how our people is. I am out of the red. I am in the plus where even YouTube is sending me congratulations and all this stuff. But that's where our people at. Our people is so asleep till there's no tomorrow. I promise you. Real Housewives of Atlanta was my favorite one. And that's how I got all my subscribers. I had got all of my subscribers with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Even Nene. Yes, Nene used to retweet my videos because she liked how I was telling my commentary. Like I said, I'm not Team Nene, but I was Team Right. Now, when it comes to Kenya Moore, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I did not like Kenya Moore because I can't stand a person got to go into a dark place and try to make everything just so bad. And that's how I feel that when Kenya Moore came on that show, I felt like she brought that show into a dark place. She really brought that show down because, with Kim Fields, when Kim Fields came on that show, and Kim Fields was, I think she was playing on Kim Fields on Different Stroke. I think that's what, look, Kim, yeah. But she didn't bother nobody. And Kenya Moore was nagging at her, just poking in her marriage. I mean, I just couldn't take Kenya Moore. I promise you, I couldn't take her at all. So after Nene left, I sat there and said that was it. That was a wrap. And you know that Candy and Kenya Moore, when they came together and friend each other, that wasn't authentic because those two look like they turned two different corners. They don't even look like they like the same stuff. So that right there, I just couldn't take no more. And I see the people, they see, because when you watching these shows, these people know what's true. They you can't fool these people that watch this show, that really invest in these people reality. When they see something that is off, trust me, they're gonna call it out. And that's why when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think that the show is going down. Queenie said, I agree too. Kenya was picking on everyone. Yeah, she was a villain. And the thing about it is that Kenya Moore, she thought that she was going to be able to change her image. But like I said, they say, you can't get, a leopard to change the spots. And that's exactly what she was. And she's another person that she was very bitter. Kenya Moore was so bitter. And the reason why she was bitter, because she was the type of person that, she thought that, she maybe because, she felt like she was articulate and she was a very beautiful person, but it's just a person that, by her, I guess her mom, had, gave her up to her aunt, but her aunt was a grandmother. She was treated good. She was treated fair. And by Kenya Moore didn't go on that show from the beginning talking about that stuff, talking about how, she was adopted or given to her grandmother. She wanted to come on villain. But I think that Kenya Moore would have been more likable if she would have came on talking about, what she felt when she was a child, being, her mom giving her away, which we understand, because her mom was like 16 years old. Her mom was a child herself. And it's not like her mom just took her and went and abandoned her and gave her up for adoption. Her mom still kept, gave up the dad, but the grandmother. So I was still able to see Kenya Moore. But it's just the fact that, I understand, anybody, want to know why, I was giving up, but Kenya Moore is very articulate. She understands that her mom was a child. Just imagine if her mom would have raised her at the age of 16 years old. I don't think that she would have been able to accomplish all the stuff that she have today, because, she was Miss USA, she graduated, very articulate, very beautiful, and but the thing about it is that she's bitter, very bitter. And like I said, if she would have started off with that right there, I believe that, she probably would have been, one top castmate on Real Housewives of Atlanta and not a villain. But like I said, I guess she felt like if she come on, with all that drama, I guess she thought that, it was going to put her to the top, but all that did was just made that show just go down to the gutter. That's how I feel. I don't know. But I got about 15 more minutes because I try to stay on about an hour, guys. But it's very beautiful out here. Very, very beautiful, which I don't know why my husband went ahead and turned on the heater. But let's go ahead and get to Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda, which means Wanda's supposed to do a cooking show, okay, Southern style. I went on her channel, I think it was Tuesday, where Miss Wanda was cooking. I think it was some cabbage and some cornbread and some turkey necks. She was trying to sit there and set up a camera, but I'm not going to talk about cameras because I'm having a problem with my camera too. I purchased a camera and still don't know how to use it, so I'm still using this webcam. But I had put in a comment. I say, Miss Wanda, you and I, we need to go ahead and do a cook-off. Miss Wanda said, yeah, yes, I'm ready for it. So I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get it together where Miss Wanda and I can do a cook-off because I'm from the South as well. Now I don't eat none of that pig feet, and she was talking about pig feet, pigtails. I think that's what she's gonna have Thursday. Now I don't eat all that, okay? But I like in my cabbage. Now I'm gonna tell you no lie, I do put salt meat in my cabbage, okay, which I should know from salt, but I do put salt in my cabbage. But Miss Wanda was talking about pigtails and pig feet and all this other stuff. I said, no. But I wouldn't mind doing a cooking show. Yes, I would definitely love to do a cooking show. So I'm gonna see if Miss Wanda is still on it, where we can come up with our dish, which I would like to make a gumbo, because I can make a mean gumbo. I don't think nobody can make gumbo better than me. But yeah, I'm gonna see if Miss Wanda know how to make a gumbo, and if she say that she knows how to make a gumbo, she and we can go ahead and do a split screen, and we can go ahead and do our gumbo right there live so everybody can see. So I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and set that up, because I like Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda is very funny. She brains in the drama. Does she say a lot of stuff? You make her mad. When you make a person mad, you can't tell a person how to fight and what's going to come out their mouth, okay? But threaten a lady, calling the ladies home, and come on, guys, that's a little too much. And now she said that she have taken it to the authorities. She knows exactly who are the ones that have been calling her, threatening her life, and she's going to handle it. And I don't blame her. I would do it too, just like I was saying on somebody else's channel. That's crossing the line. This is a show. This is a reality show. This is not these people's lives. These people, they pay to entertain you, but you crossing the line by calling these people homes and stalking them. Come on, guys. That's just a little too much. That's insane. You don't slum on these people's lives like that. That's how I look at it. But yeah, I'm gonna see how it's gonna go ahead and work out. I think she's coming back on Thursday, but I can go ahead and hit her up. I think she say on Facebook, where we're gonna see if we can go ahead and do us a cook-off. Yes, indeed, because trust me, as you can tell right here, I can cook, okay? Yeah, we're gonna see how got about 10 more minutes. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it the live off. But yeah, I wasn't doing too much. I sat there and say, let me go on. I didn't even use this a notification, and let you know that I'm coming live. But this just right here is just a moment. But yeah, I think that I'll go ahead and try to see if I can talk about varieties of stuff, which I'm not going to talk about really like I used to do Bible study on here. I'm not going to do it. I already had set up my back channel so I can go ahead and do my Bible studies, which I'm still having some videos that I'm putting on called my channel is called Truth Seekers. So, if anybody want to go ahead and, talk about our history, Black history, which I'm going to talk about history on this channel, trust me, because, I could not sit there and just talk about drama. I got to stand on my truth, because that is not me. So if I can't be authentic, be myself, but I understand, when it comes to entertainment and comes to religion, to people, some people, it's kind of confusing. So, and that the Most High God is not the altar of confusion, but love, peace, and of a sound mind. And so I want to make sure that I go ahead and set up another back channel. And like I say, we live in a world that love is on. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. So the name of that channel, my back channel, is called Truth Seekers. So yeah, I went ahead and set this up. And this right here, I'm going to talk about more of celebrities. I'm gonna talk about news, real life issues, because much stuff that is going on out there, especially when it comes to our people. And yes, I'm gonna talk about it right here on my channel. I still have it. I still have a private, Queen. And once I finish with uploading some videos, what I'm doing is I'm trying to upload videos and put it on there. And once I do, hun, I'm going to make sure that I drop the link. Thank you very much, Queenie. Like I said there and said, and that's what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for loyal supporters. I'm not looking for people that's going to be yes people, but I'm looking for people that, even if, it may be a time that I might not give the commentary that you want, but you're still going to support, because we all have a right to agree to disagree. And it's going to be a lot of stuff that I talk about, that you guys may not agree to, like with Love and Marriage Huntsville, is a lot of stuff that I say when it comes to that reality show that you guys don't like. But like I say, I have to stand on my truth. I just can't just throw something out there, just because, it's for clicks and likes, I just can't do that. And when it comes to these reality shows, I really think that they are a distraction. I think that the reality shows is there to really to destroy Black communities. I really do think that. I think that reality shows are very, very hard when it comes to the Black man. And I don't know where I heard this from. I think Dr. Umar had talked about it when he said that how, when you see that your man, and he didn't say it, in those words, maybe something to the fact, how if he fall, how we are so quick to just sit there and just cast him out, instead of helping build our Black man back up, because we already know that our people been through hell and back. And if we constantly, just because they make some stupid mistakes and just go ahead and just casting them out, and if they see that you are just casting them out, not giving them no chance, what you think they're gonna do? They just gonna go and run to Becky. Yeah, run to Becky or whatever y'all want to call them. And you wondering why all the Black men is going to Becky, going to you wondering why. So now we got to regroup. How are we gonna be able to keep the families back intact? We got to sit there and see how we gonna keep the Black man back into the homes, and see why they are going out. I be watching, like these sports, and how I see all our Black brothers, they have somebody else don't look like us. Why? And I like to talk about stuff like this, getting into the why is all this stuff is going on. Do they hate somebody that look just like their mother, where they don't wants to be with us? Why they don't want to be with us? Why? And then I heard, I was watching on Instagram this girl, and I don't know her name because I don't be watching all that entertainment stuff, that celebrity stuff. With P Diddy, I think she's dating P Diddy, which she should run. How she came on Instagram saying that she liked men to urinate on her. Did you hear? Our black women. I mean, she said that she liked men to urinate on her. I guess that's why they call him P Diddy now, right? But why would she sit there and come out and let the whole world know that she don't mind men to pee on her? Come on, guys. That's just to show you that we have fallen so far. That's just to show you that we have fallen so far. That's sad. When she told me, when she sat there and she put that out on Instagram, and when I saw her talking to another interviewer, she did another interview talking to somebody else about something totally different. All I just couldn't get out of my head of what she had said. And everybody else, because she was talking about her music or something she was talking about, but everybody was calling her the golden girl. How she want men to sit there and shower on her. Guys, come on, you mean we have fallen that far? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And then you don't have no shame. Our women today, and not all of us have taken the mark of the beast. Not all of us have ran to Almighty for Almighty dollars. I know we have done some stupid stuff, but to come out publicly and say something like that, whatever you do to a man, that should be behind closed doors. Because I promise you, that right there, this is how people are going to perceive her. Just like that. When they see her, that's exactly what they're going to think. That's horrible. It's not only horrible, but it's just scary. You mean that in order for us to keep the black man satisfied, we got to let him urinate on us? Devil, you is a liar. And the only reason why P. Diddy probably did that, I'm going to say allegedly, because he don't even look at a woman as, he don't like a woman. Because if you're going to let a man pee on you, that man does not value you. He does not like you. He look at you as crap, as garbage. I promise you, if a good woman would come and he's not going to pee on her. And that's real talk. Queenie said, I heard about that. It's really sad. That's so lost. Yes. That's horrible. That's sad, guys. Just to show you. We don't value ourselves. So if we don't value ourselves, what do you think that the black man wants to stay with you? You want to look like the Europeans? You want to dress like them? You want to bleach your skin? You want to have all that blonde hair? So why would he sit there and want to be with you when you're trying to look like Europeans, and the Europeans trying to look like us? They want the big lips. They want the big breasts. They want the big butt. Ain't nobody satisfied with nobody. Guys, I don't know, but this is the type of world that we live in. Linda Bush says in her mind she feels important because it was a celebrity. That's what I think. That's what I think. And the thing about it is he don't even want her because he went and made a baby for somebody else. So that's just to show you that you is just another broom that's in the closet. And he gonna use you whenever he feel like it. And when he feel like he's through with you, he's just gonna throw you back into the closet. That's sad. And like I sit there and say, we want quick to say, put our foot on the black man. But we're doing some stuff ourselves because they cannot do none of this unless you allow them to do it. And that's real talk. It's like they don't have no values, no morals. For you to come on social media and say you like a man to pee on you, come on, guys, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. That's just sad. And the thing about it is, it's what our people like. Our people like stuff like this because we are a lost generation. I don't think that some of us gonna be able to cross over. Some of us is not gonna be able to cross over. That's sad. That's horrible. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it up. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta and also Love and Marriage in Huntsville. And I had to go ahead and add Dr. Umar because I think that Dr. Umar, yes, you are in the bushes. So you need to come out and come on my platform, okay? So thank you, Linda Bush, for coming in, Queenie. And guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. Be blessed.